welcome to the Shelly Studio, and today this video is sponsored by graphicstock.com. They are doing a promotion, and this month they are launching a new collection. I guess I should be showing pictures because I hate the talking hands thing. Okay, so they are launching a new collection in April, and they're also offering a free 7-day trial of their service, and I'll get you all that information as we go along, but I thought I'd show you some of the images that I've downloaded. Oh, just love their images. You can use these are, once you've subscribed, they're royalty free. I think that's the word. You can manipulate them and put them in your art, use them as references in paintings, and I think this one would be a great background for mixed media. And, you know, you're not going to get in trouble because you have the rights when you subscribe to their website. And they have, I want to say thousands, but it's a lot more than that, of images. In fact, their new collection, they have thousands of new futuristic and dream-inspired images. And I'm going to show you a video of that here in a second. But I just thought I'd let you see the stuff that I have downloaded and printed. And when I saw these black and whites, I thought this is kind of what inspired me for this particular project. So we're going to do something with this. And I will tell you more about Graphic Stock as we go along. And I'll put everything in the description box below so that you can see it. But, you know, I've been doing a little bit of stuff. I don't know if you've seen some of my videos with jelly printed tissue paper. So I'm like, you know, this would be kind of fun on tissue paper. But the logistics of how to get that through a printer took a little trial and error. And I don't have a printer at home. So this was done at a commercial copy center. And I was so afraid I was going to like jam the machine. So it did take a few trials and errors. So I started, because the machine would lead the paper through that way. So I put some here, and this is regular, it's recycled paper, and there is a layer of tissue paper on there. I don't know if you can see it, because I ended up having to tape all the way around it. Let's see. This one's been cut, so you can see there's tissue paper. I figured, why not put quotes on tissue paper too while I was at it? So I ended up, it's got Scotch tape all the way around the edges, and that held it in place. Because as the rollers would get it, it would just gather it up. But with the tape on the side, that worked. So I've put all these images, and I had to rearrange some of them to get them to fit. Because my margin's right here and right here with that Scotch tape. So that one came really close. So I put these on tissue paper. We are going to create some fantastic background, and we are going to put something. Oh, I just love these images. Okay, I really like this one, obviously. Well, I had an issue. This one actually jammed in the machine. Like, those people are going to be so mad at me. I was like trying to do it without them knowing that I was sticking weird stuff through the copier. Anyway, so I haven't decided which ones I'm going to use, but I obviously love that oriental sort of thing. And I'm just thinking some lovely, crazy background, and then this stuff over the top. And obviously this one's like narfed up. So I rearranged it so it would be within the Scotch tape border. Alright, so like I said, we're going to get to work on this project. I will probably fast forward and tell you more about Graphic Stock as we go. Weren't those images gorgeous? So here's a couple of screenshots of the actual website. It's graphicstock.com. To get to the futuristic or dream, it's just graphicstock.com/future. And I'll put a link and everything below. And I'll also put a link to the free 7-day free trial. That includes that collection. of over 1,000 images along with the rest of their website. And if you decide not to continue, just cancel before the 7 days and your 7 days will be free. Anyways, it's a great idea just to go explore it and see what there is out there. And so here we are creating our background. Not sure how fantastic, amazing this background is, but it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. I am using what is left of my Vivid Violet Americana paint, and then the other is Liquitex, and it's just a bright yellow color. Maybe a little too bright, probably should have gone for a little bit more pastel. So I decide to cover it up with a little bit of white. I'm using a Tim Holtz stencil. It's a bamboo pattern, I believe. And I'm just doing a layer of white, kind of to tone down the intense color we got going here. So I am going to edit this right here a little bit so that you don't have to sit through me stenciling the whole page. And once I got that done, I decided I wanted more layers. And normally I put my paper scraps on first, but I'd already painted. So I decided I didn't care. I'm going to put on some book text. And this is just some random book text that I've torn up, and I don't want it bright white. It's kind of hard to tell, but that was white paper. And I'm turning it a little bit of brown. And this is Brown Oxide by Americana, I believe, or Craftsmart. Just a nice chocolatey brown color. Just to dim them all down so they're not quite as stark on the page. And I'm just going to use some matte medium, and we're going to glue down these pieces. I won't make you watch the whole sticking down of the pieces either. And now I'm adding some washi tape. This one is also by Tim Holtz. So we're getting a few more words on our page. And I decided that there was too much of a contrast, so I added a little bit of white paint to my matte medium that was left over and just dimmed it down a little bit, and then decided to lighten up the edges. Alright, now we're going to stick our images on from graphic stock. And this tissue paper that I used to make these copies was just gift wrap tissue from the dollar store. But see how great that goes on with that tissue paper, and it just disappears right into the background That's what I love about this tissue paper. That's why I really wanted to do it. And now, like I said, this was on a commercial copier, so it was a toner print rather than an inkjet print. I'm not sure the fastness of, and like if you tried this on an inkjet printer, I know they can tend to bleed if you don't heat them all the way, but with the toner one, it heats it when it prints it onto the paper, so there's no fear of it smearing when you add liquid to it. So I could have left it here, but I felt like I'd made the background so busy that I needed to bring out the patterns in the foreground that are from the graphic stock image. So I am going in with my Derwent Inktense pencil and giving the flowers and the Chinese lanterns, some color. And now to hopefully get them to pop even more off of the background, I am using my Stabilo All and just shading around the lanterns and the flowers. Now I'm going to add one of those quotes that I printed, and I decided that the font was such a fine line that it would get lost. So I'm lightening up the background a little bit so that it will show up a little bit more. The quote I chose was, "If I could say it in words, there would be no reason to paint," by Edward Hooper. And then edging the paper, and we're done. So don't forget to look in the description box below for the link to graphicstock.com. I'll have the link for the free 7-day trial. You should give it a try. Lots of gorgeous images you could work with. And I'd like to thank Graphic Stock for sponsoring this video, and I hope you did like it. If you did like it, please hit like. Feel free to share, comment so that I know you were here, and if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.